It's never going to get printed out if there's a script. They're not going to print it. Like, it's not like they give it out to everyone to read.
There was
like,
an office memo.
Just
go do it, goddammit!
Just making up accents at this point.
Do it!
You heard him. Please.
You know what's better than, you know what's honestly the best thing? Pissing drunk outside.
Nothing better. Just staring up into the stars. You're like, like I'm having a great night. Like, this is fun time.
Sometimes I prefer to pee outside than I do a bathroom.
Oh.
You think aliens are real? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Pro Am Podcast. Just a couple amateur athletes talking pro sports. I'm Sam Cohen.
I'm RJ Tamillo.
And first off, happy birthday, America.
Happy birthday,
Let's get
America.
that out of the way. 1776. Fuck you, Britain.
Yep.
You'll never be better than us. Just saying. We beat you.
Common American W.
Bunch of drunk idiots beat you guys in awards. Kind of embarrassing. You had like a full-fledged army, and we just had a bunch of farmers that got drunk and learned how to use guns.
Gotta love it.
And somehow you guys lost to us. That doesn't make any sense to me. Does it make sense to you?
It does,
Think about like the militias.
True.
They were literally just a bunch of farmers just farming.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it,
They're
grabbing
like,
a gun.
Let's go shoot some people. That's all we gotta
Start
do.
stabbing and shooting.
Who was talking shit? It's like the Shane Gillis skit. It's like guys in the South used to just handle conflicts by grabbing a gun and be like, who was talking shit? I'm gonna go walk to the South and shoot the first guy in the fucking face that I see. That shit has me dying.
But,
Shane Gillis.
Yep, July 4th. Had fun. A lot of baseball going on July 4th. A lot of NBA moves.
Yeah, a ton.
Since the season has ended.
I want to say that the Paul George move was
very shortly after.
Yeah. I know it happened at 3:30 in the morning. I was awake for some reason and saw the Woj bomb seconds after.
Yeah,
I was like, Woj bomb.
I was like, what
So
the hell? Gotta love a nice, during the summer, it's nothing better than just getting Woj bombs.
Summer Woj bomb, yeah. Because you really, you know that it's coming, like something's coming, but you don't know when. And it's going to be
what?
It's going to be at 3:30. You're going to hear, like last year, or not last year, whenever it was, PG going to the Clippers and Kawhi signing with the Clippers, like within days of each other. That all happened in the middle of the night. You woke up, you're like, what the fuck?
What's going on? There's new rosters every time. You're like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah,
here?
that's crazy.
But yeah, a lot of Woj bombs. Starting with, I guess we'll start with PG.
Yeah, PG to the Sixers, crazy deal.
Yeah,
wearing number 8 now.
Yeah, what was he? 13? Can't wear 13.
Nah, can't do
Stilt's
that.
number. That's retired.
Yep.
8's gonna look weird as fuck on Paul
It's
George.
gonna look weird.
Is that his USA number?
I don't think so.
What was his USA number?
It's a good question. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say it was 14.
Okay, yep. Just take forever to show me the image, please.
If I remember correctly.
Oh, it's 13.
Oh, you wore 13 for USA as well?
That's lame.
Yeah, you gotta wear something different.
He did like the one thing nobody does.
Yeah, you gotta wear a different number.
No, I don't think anybody wears the same number.
Yeah, it's like a kind of like a staple of playing on Team USA is to wear a different number than you wear in the regular season.
Yeah, that makes negative. But all right, I guess we'll go along with that.
We'll see. But yeah, it's a crazy move.
Him, Maxey, and Embiid now.
Yeah, the Maxey extension also. He got 5 years, 210 or something.
Also picked up Caleb Martin.
Caleb Martin's a good pickup, and Eric Gordon.
So,
and I think I'm missing one more. There's someone else they did.
If you notice what they're doing, it's getting a lot of wing 3-and-D guys.
Pretty much usually how it happens. I feel like a team wins the finals. You figure out what you have to do to beat that specific team because chances are they're probably going to be
and then you just
in
build
contention
like
again.
that.
You try to build like that and build something that can combat them.
Yeah. I still think they're going to have trouble. In my opinion, honestly, I still think the Pacers are the second best team.
The Pacers are only going to get better. They're really young and
they scored the most points in the league last year.
Yeah, if all they have to do really is add a piece or two to get a little better defensively, and
they had a better backup center than Isaiah Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they need anything else.
Honestly, a guy like Hartenstein who went to the Thunder would have been a pretty good pickup for them.
Would have been a great
Just
backup for them.
Big guy that
or
can
like a
play
Drummond.
Defense. Or Drummond, yeah, exactly. Who went to the Sixers?
Actually, I think you're right.
Yeah, that's who I'm missing. It was Drummond.
Andre Drummond went to the Sixers as well.
I feel like he's always talked about as people we should go get Drummond back up Embiid for the last 6 years.
The guy can rebound.
Yeah,
and he's huge
for sure.
So you might as well. If the Celtics got him, I would be happy too. I wouldn't be too mad.
He's been all around.
And other moves.
Alex
Caruso going to the Thunder.
I love that move for them. I think that's the best possible move the Thunder could have made in the offseason was just basically keep your entire core. They didn't even have to trade any of those draft assets.
Yeah, no.
They kept everything.
Yeah.
And got Caruso straight up for Josh Giddey, who was clearly a guy that was kind of like not really in their
He was, and then kind of got bounced.
Yeah, they just kind of drafted guys that became better than him.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, I guess we
It's
don't
unfortunate,
need him.
but that's what you get when you get 78,000 picks.
And then you add an All-NBA defender.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
And then they also signed Hartenstein. And
Who has a ring.
And that's true as well. That just dawned on me for a second.
Yeah, so
kind of
he's
annoying.
been there. Yeah, Alex Caruso has been there before.
Another thing, I have a theory. Chris Paul will be dealt at the deadline.
Really?
I think he's going to go to a title contender who's going to need a point guard at some point.
I could see that. Either
Or
that
let him
or
no contract for a year. It's like, what are the Spurs really even doing?
either that
with him?
or maybe the Spurs end up sneaking into a playing spot.
They could. I think he's in there to just give Wemby a year of like total good point guard
Yeah.
experience, and then I feel like if they want to keep him, they keep him. But for some reason, I just see him going at the deadline.
I feel like they have enough young guys where they're really not paying anybody big money yet. So I guess they're like, we can go pay $11 million for Chris Paul. Like he's a Hall of Famer. Go let him show some leadership and teach a few guys a few things. And yeah, I could see him getting moved though. Like you said, like could just be there for a little bit and then add a couple draft picks or
That's what
something.
I'm saying.
For him.
You
Yeah.
get a couple draft picks
If you're not
for him
contending,
to a
then
team
you
that
get-
doesn't need him at the time.
Yeah, and you still get valuable, like
Young guys too.
yeah, I mean like more so like you'd get value out of having Chris Paul for half a season.
Oh yeah,
too.
for
Like,
sure.
you would-
For all the players around him.
yeah, that would.
Not without a doubt.
I
Without
think
a
you're
doubt.
right though. I could see that. I forgot he went there.
Yeah, I have a question.
What do you got?
And we'll get to Clay. We'll get to Clay, but I have the. Do you think the Warriors made a good move with Buddy Hield?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say, you're not going to replace like prime Klay Thompson production, but in terms of what Klay is now, Buddy Hield is significantly younger, has a very good 3-point percentage. I'm pretty sure he's one of the best in the league recently. So for the price that they got him for, which was I think 2 second-round picks or something.
Yep, 2 years, $21 million. A 2031 second rounder.
Yeah, I like that pick. He's a good. The NBA you need 3-and-D guys. That's exactly what he is. They still have Brandon Podzinski, who's I heard is supposed to start.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he is pretty
That
good.
kid can play.
So he'll probably start, and then Buddy Hield will come off the bench as a 6 man, and they'll split minutes between each other. And I think that's a pretty solid replacement for Klay.
And then let's get to Clay.
Yeah, because the Warriors weren't going to pay him what he wanted.
No.
He's just not worth that price anymore. He's worth it to another team maybe because a change of scenery is the only thing that's going to maybe get something more out of him.
Yep. I totally agree with that completely. For
'Cause-
some reason, I see him as like a Dallas guy.
Yeah, it makes sense to me, honestly. As soon as he went there, I was like, okay, that's probably the best place he could have went. Because obviously I wouldn't have minded him going to the Lakers, but at the same time, it's like the pressure of playing with LeBron and playing in LA, I think is exactly what he was trying to get away from in Golden State right now. I think he just wants to be low key. I've always heard in interviews that he's a low key guy, just likes to kind of do
he
his
looks
thing.
like a very low key
Yeah,
guy.
he likes to just do his thing. So I don't think he wants all that pressure anymore. But still has a chance at a ring. So
Yeah, no. I like the move on the Mavs' behalf. They needed another scorer.
yeah, definitely.
They needed another guy. It showed in the finals that
That they couldn't create threes.
Yeah.
What better to create more threes on your team than to add Klay Thompson?
Yeah, I think it's
good.
perfect for them. I think they have a bright future, to be honest.
Him and Kyrie together as teammates after they were playing against each other in the finals for years.
It'll be an
is pretty
interesting
cool.
dynamic.
Yeah.
I think him and Luka will already get along very well. Probably Kyrie too. I can't see him not getting along with anybody.
Right.
Clay seems like a pretty easygoing feller there.
Agreed.
Um,
Plus, Luka is going to be getting him open shots all day.
yeah, a guy that I think is going to improve a team, quite frankly, maybe the most, could be DeMar DeRozan.
Mm-hmm. Kings.
Just for the fact that he's on a really good young squad and doesn't need to have the ball at all times or get necessarily as tired.
Right.
And more so
Take more breaks on offense.
take more breaks on offense and defense
And
probably
defense, yeah.
because they got a good defense.
Mm-hmm.
And if he can just play help correctly, you go into the paint, you got Sabonis you're going
Yeah,
against. That's no fun.
Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox,
Guy's
and
name is
DeMar
Swiper
DeRozan.
the Fox. 'Cause
True.
He's that good on defense.
He's swiping.
Um,
I'm a big De'Aaron Fox fan. I think
And-
he's very good.
and truthfully, he's just gonna He's going to get the same amount of touches he did on the Bulls, but with a better team who scores at a higher rate.
Right. I mean, like, Sabonis is probably the best player on the team, but he's not, like, the number one scoring option, I would say. Like,
I'd agree with that statement completely.
So, like, De'Aaron Fox usually takes that role. So now, with the two of them being the primary scorers, and then you still have Sabonis who can go get you a bucket whenever you want.
Still got Monk, right?
Still have Malik
Big
Monk.
Malik Monk fan.
Do they? Did he sign elsewhere?
I'm not sure. Let's take a look. I'm looking down the list. I don't see Malik Monk's name. Actually, let me just go Control F.
Yeah, he re-signed with the Kings.
He re-signed, right?
Yep.
All right, yeah. So they still have Malik. They still got Keegan Murray.
Keegan Murray's great. He's a fantastic three-point shooter.
Let me just look up Kings, see what they did.
Who else do they have?
DeMar DeRozan, Isaac Jones, young guy.
Yeah, they'll be all right. Definitely be solid. Better than last year.
Yeah, no, they'll be good.
They'll make the playoffs, I'd assume, too.
Who else are we missing?
Didn't
Cade get paid?
Cade get paid big time.
Cade got
paid big time.
Yeah. And then, of course, speaking of getting paid big time, D. White with the huge extension.
I mean, anybody on the Celtics got paid big time. Tatum got a huge extension. D. White got a huge extension. Brown got paid last year.
We re-signed Tillman. We re-signed Cornette. Al's staying for another year.
KP's still under contract.
KP's under contract for another two. Drew's under for another 3. JB's under for another 4. Tatum's 5. D. White's 4.
And Peyton Pritchard's still on
Peyton
a rookie
Pritchard's,
deal.
I believe, on the last year would be this upcoming year. I believe this is his last year on his rookie. It's 3 years, right?
I think so. Maybe 4.
Maybe 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got to be either extension near or on his. Oh wait, we're dumb. He re-signed last year.
Did he?
Yeah, 4 years, $30 million. I'm a dummy.
Oh yeah, no, I do remember he did that. Yeah.
I'm a dummy.
Nice. Oh yeah. So basically, the entire roster.
The only person that isn't back right now that's debating it is O'Shea Brissett.
Right.
Other than that, it's legitimately the same exact team.
Makes sense. And then you add Baylor Shireman.
And then the kid from Zaga. I forget his name.
I forget who that
I'm excited to see. I hope Shireman actually gets some time.
That was going to be like a steal of the draft for whoever got him because I knew he was going to be late first round. I figured it would be a team like the Celtics. Like that's a perfect guy to draft after you win the finals. Just
I went and watched his highlights.
6'9", 3-point shooter,
shit out of the ball.
Defense. Yeah, that's exactly what you needed. You can add a guy like that on a rookie deal to a championship team. That's like the only way you can really get better, pretty much.
Bronny,
yeah. I mean,
there's another one on the team now.
A lot of haters out there.
Are you gonna get a Bronny jersey?
No, I'm not gonna get a jersey. But I will say this: I'm happy for him. He deserves to be there. He definitely deserves to be in the NBA. Do I think that his dad
that was one of the quickest no's I've ever. That was funny as shit to me.
I'm not gonna go that far, but like. Do I think that he deserves to be in the NBA? Yes. Do I think he should have gotten a 4-year guaranteed contract? No. That's kind of crazy. That's like where people are like, want to claim nepotism. Sure, you can claim it there a little bit. He got paid that because he's LeBron's son. I'm sure he worked something out. But, like, people forget that he was like a top 15, top 10 prospect for like a while until
he had a fucking heart attack.
Literal heart stop. So, and then he went to college, had a not great year because he was still recovering from
his heart
stopping. So he couldn't train for an entire offseason. So, like, I don't know, just let the kid play a little bit.
Let him develop. He knows he's going to have to develop. Let him do it.
He's going to start in the G League, too, they said.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Makes sense. He's the 55th overall pick. That means nothing to anyone. No one cares about the 55th pick. No one good gets drafted there most of the time, unless like the exception of like Jokic.
I think he got drafted in the 40s.
That was the only thing I was gonna say. He was like one exception, but like you never know.
You do never know. I agree.
So I think it's cool, and I'm happy for him, and I think it'll be dope to see the two of them play together one day. Like it's gonna be fire.
I'm really excited to watch Rob Dillingham play on the T-Wolves.
I think that was the best pick of the entire draft, honestly. Them trading up to get him, that was the perfect fit for their team.
He is.
Him and Ant are going to be a crazy good backcourt for years.
They're going to be so fast.
Yeah.
They're so fast. And they both have
the way that they play is like they play so aggressive. Like both of them just like attack the rim and can shoot and are just fucking lightning fast and just jump out of the gym.
All over
it's
the
crazy.
place. Yeah. I'm excited to watch him play.
I love the Dalton Knecht pick by the Lakers. I will say that. That's like the thing too, where like everyone's talking about the Bronny pick, but like they literally got arguably one of the better players in the draft at 17. So I'm good with that all day.
Houston really confusing me, to be honest with you. They take another guard
Who do they take?
in Reed Shepard.
Oh, right.
So they have like 4 or 5 guards that they've
Yeah.
taken in the draft the last couple of years. It's time to get an expansion team in here.
I agree.
There's too much talent sitting on the benches and just chilling in the G League. Get the
Honestly,
fucking
you're right.
Sonics back.
Yeah, but like I think
Get
they're
a
bringing
team going in like Vegas or something. They got to bring the Sonics back first. That'd be so disrespectful.
Yeah, you have to.
I feel like
You
you'd
can't
have to
delete
do
the
that.
team and then like
Whose fan
not-
base is like itching for basketball to
Literally.
get back there?
And they also just got a hockey team in Seattle.
That's what I'm
so,
saying.
like,
They're on the up.
that- yeah,
so I
that
mean,
fan base-
right now is the time to kind of expand for the NBA, in my opinion. They need to
I
get
agree.
more teams.
I
There,
agree
there needs to be
100%.
more teams.
I mean, if you think about it, like all the guys that are just like in other countries too that are playing, like you could make a good team, 2 good teams easily with the other talent that's in the world besides the NBA right
Look
now.
at the Grizzlies. So the
Yeah,
Grizzlies
Grizzlies are
had
good.
like what 12 guys hurt last year
Yeah.
at some point. They were literally a G League team, and they were still winning games, and
Yeah.
guys were playing well.
And they have
Imagine
guys
them on a
that-
whole new team, getting to play all the time.
getting all the minutes and actually being able to develop more.
That's
Like,
what I'm
you'd be
saying. Like,
developing
yeah,
more good
okay.
players too.
Sonics come in the league, okay. They're a losing team for the first 3 to 5 years.
Yeah,
But you give all those guys
and you never
time.
know though. Like,
That too.
because in hockey, I mean, hockey is way different than basketball.
Look at the
but-
Thunder.
But yeah, the Thunder too. Yeah, true. Good point. The Thunder were good right away. But yeah, I don't know. I think an expansion team is definitely on the rise. It's definitely coming. Very
I think it
soon.
should be. Because that pick, I thought about it, and I was like, the guys on that team could all play for other teams, but they're going to be sitting half the time or playing in the G League just because they all got drafted to the same team.
The Rockets definitely are a confused franchise. I think they've been
Probably the most.
pretty like
James Harden really ruined
incompetent
everything
since
there.
James Harden. I was gonna say, yeah,
Really blew it up and left. Same with CP.
Yeah. true. I forgot the
Dwight
headline.
Howard. They've made a lot of mistakes. They're like the West version of the Sixers, in my opinion,
Yeah,
who just constantly make the wrong move.
like not signing Jimmy
They
Butler.
can't get out of
and
their own
re-signing
way.
Tobias.
They can't get out of their own way.
I think they made the right move here, though.
No, I agree.
With
But again,
Paul
he's
George.
gonna have to wait now. He's got a long line in front of him.
True.
He's got fucking Jalen Green, Josh Christopher, Cam Whitmore, one of the
Yeah.
Thompson twins,
Yeah, they've been just drafting
and then
guards for
Reed
years.
Shepard.
Yeah, where's he good? Where's he playing?
Then
Where's
I
he playing?
mentioned their best guard. I didn't even mention Fred VanVleet, who they signed last
Yeah,
year.
to a ton of money.
It's like how many
Yeah.
guards do you need?
Right. I see your point. I definitely see.
So
your
as soon
point.
as they made that pick, in my head I was like, there has to be a new team in this league. I mean,
Right.
because it's good. The Rockets can do that, but there's also probably another team that's doing that with the same with a different position,
Yeah.
same
mean-
strategy, different
I
position.
mean, the Thunder is just like 3-and-D guys galore.
I think Shy's like the smallest guy in their starting lineup, and he might
Yeah.
be like
Maybe Caruso now, but not
And
even
they-
him. Caruso's 6'6".
6'6".
Yeah. I didn't even. He's literally 6'6". I didn't even know that until
Holy
the other day.
shit!
He's long. That's why he's such a
They're
good
building just like us.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm thinking,
They're
about it.
basically like the
The young
Celtics of
version
the
of
West.
us.
Yeah. Like they were also the 1 seed, so makes sense. It's like they're just a couple years before, like where you guys were 2 years ago is like the Thunder right now.
Yeah.
Or like maybe last year.
But they're younger.
Yeah, much younger. Like they're all like 21, and like all of them.
Yikes!
They're gonna be good for a long time.
It's a long time, man.
They still have like 1,000 first-round picks over the next.
They
6
do,
years.
man. And they don't even need to use them.
They don't.
They could trade those things for, dude. So think about it. Think about all the guys on a rookie contract right now in the Thunder.
Mhm.
They can trade for practically anybody for
Yeah.
right now.
You could literally
For
just
like a 2-year contract for right now, because you got more than half of your starting lineup right now at this current moment is on a rookie contract. Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, and is it also Jalen Williams?
yeah, 2
Or
Jalen
Dort.
Williams and Dort. Now Dort might have got paid a little bit. I don't know how big.
Still
of a
though,
contract
when
he
you got
but-
2 guys in your starting lineup and you were the first seed last year,
Yeah.
and they're rookie contracts, like you could trade for anybody.
Right.
And you have picks, like
Millions of
an
picks, dude.
insane amount of them.
Like anytime a guy becomes available, like even like a Kevin Durant, like if they wanted to go get him, they could. If they wanted to go get, say the Bucks like randomly like had some injuries and they kind of sucked, and Giannis became available, they could just trade 8 first-round picks.
That's what I'm saying.
And
And
a player,
a couple
for
of
Giannis.
players and for Giannis.
Yeah.
and boom, you have Giannis on your team. now.
Crazy. Imagine adding Giannis to the Thunder.
No.
That'd be wild. I don't know how well that
I'm
would
good.
work. But
Is that all? Is that all we got for NBA? You got anything else you want to say
Um,
before we head on over to the land of baseball?
the Mikal Bridges trade.
Oh
Pretty
yes.
crazy.
Oh yes.
That one. Speaking of
The
draft
Philadelphia
picks.
Knicks.
Yeah.
Now
Literally,
the
Villanova
Knicks.
Got the final piece of the Villanova Infinity Stone.
I understand
Gauntlet.
why they did it. Don't think it's gonna work out.
I think they got better, for sure. Do I think they gave up a lot? Yeah. At the same time, that's kind of what the Knicks do. I feel like they did this with Carmelo. Like they stunk for a couple years, and they added some guys, and then they went all in and traded all their assets, and they're in win now mode. So I respect it, I guess, but I still don't think they're better than the Celtics.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's gonna be a whole new NBA season, so gotta play through a whole regular season first.
That's the fun.
Figure it all out.
That's the fun with the NBA offseason because so many things happen and there's so
Yeah.
many guys on new teams like 24/7 that it's just like
You don't
everything's
know.
fresh.
Yeah, you have no idea what the seedings are gonna be until at least halfway through.
Besides that team,
Fair.
we all
I'm
know
sure-
we all know where they'll be at the end of the year.
Sure, they will be a contender once again.
I'm gonna have to get a new banner. That's gonna say 19 next year. Then after that, I'm gonna have to get a 20 and a 21 and a
This
22.
guy's got banner fever now.
I do have banner fever. I'm not
Absolute
gonna lie.
banner
It's a
fever.
green summer. What do you want me to tell you? It's a green summer. Once October hits and the season starts, I'll shut up. But right now, I'm still.
I mean, you gotta ride the high.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's the point?
yeah. What is it? You're supposed to just enjoy.
These
it
are the
now.
bragging rights you get.
You
when
now
win.
reap the benefits of being an NBA champion, and there's nothing else anyone can say to you.
People are like,
about it.
"Oh, we get it." It's like you don't because you didn't win.
Yeah.
That's why you don't get it. If you
It's
won,
true.
you'd feel the same way.
It's got a point.
So I'm sorry, but it is what it is. You know. All right.
Indeed.
Let's move on over to MLB.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna start with All Star lineups.
Hit
we
me.
got some announcements.
You're not
here.
very happy.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty upset with some of the reserves, but I'm happy that Gunner and Rutschman
Deservingly
both starting.
so. Yeah. Any
But,
pitchers?
and
Corby?
Corbin Burns. But that's all we got. We only have those three. I was expecting to have at least five because Jordan Westberg is an all-star in my opinion. And Santander literally hit 13 home runs and had 30-something RBIs in June, like alone. Kyle Tucker hasn't played since the beginning of June.
He's a reserve.
That's a reserve. Still not playing, I don't think. But that's all right. He was.
Do you think he
having a
gets
crazy year.
replaced if he's not playing?
Do they do that if they're not
They
playing?
have to. Why would they not? I feel.
I don't know. It's just they have so many guys on the roster that they're probably like, now we're just
Just enjoy the
throwing
day.
everybody's names in here.
Just enjoy the day.
Yeah, just enjoy it.
Just get dressed, get announced, and then
Grab a
go
dog.
go eat in the dugout
Yeah.
while the boys play. I guess.
All right, I'll run through this lineup. You
Ooh,
go there.
Pirates beat Mets 8-2.
Mm,
That's atrocious.
tough one. All right, I'll start with the NL starters. Shohei at DH, William Contreras at catcher, Bryce Harper at first base, Ketel Marte at second. He's having a great year.
So far, all those picks sound correct.
Yeah,
Like
I'd
those
agree.
sound like
These are the people I voted for when I was putting my ballots in. Alec Boehm at third. That makes sense. Trey Turner at short was a little.
he got hurt,
surprising
didn't
to me.
he?
He was hurt for most of the year, but he started out really well in the beginning, and then he came back and was also just raking. So like, it makes sense.
Makes
He's
sense.
playing like an all-star, but like statistically, there's probably some other guys that were a little more deserving. But I'm not gonna complain about Trey Turner being an all-star because he's an all-star.
Yeah.
Christian Yelich, outfield. He's having a pretty solid season for the Brew Crew. Jerkson Profar, kind of cool to see him as an all-star. I forget who called him overrated earlier in the year, but somebody after a game, I think it was someone on the Dodgers, said he was overrated.
Good for him.
Now he's an all-star.
Good for him.
Yeah. And then Tatis, other outfield position. And then let's go to the pitchers. Glasnow, Ryan Helsley, Jeff Hoffman from the Phillies, Shota Imanaga from the Cubs, or Mike Imanaga the second, I should say. Did you see that?
No.
So he put a thing on his locker, a piece of tape, and like changed his name to Mike Shamanaga the second, because like his English name he says is Mike when he orders a coffee or something, like that we don't have to say like his whole name. So now it just says Mike Imanaga the second. They're like, why the second? He went, because it sounds cool. So that's him on there. Ronaldo Lopez, Chris Sale, Tanner Scott, Paul Skeens, which is pretty cool.
That's good. I like that. Good for Paul.
I saw he was the first player ever to be drafted and then become an All-Star a year later, which is pretty crazy.
It's pretty neat.
Pretty neat. Very neat. I'd like to see him start. Throw 103 to the three best guys in the AL to start the game. That's how you get eyes on it. That's what I would do.
It's true, honestly.
Matt Strom, Ranger Suarez, Robert Suarez, Logan Webb, and Zach Wheeler.
And Eugenio Suarez.
That's the NL for you. And then the reserves, C.J. Abrams, Mr. Polar Pete. Where's his severed head? There it is. Polar Pete, who's also back in the home run derby for the fourth time? How many times has he been in it? Has he been in it?
This is third straight year.
Pete might have just lost an ear.
The card's better.
There's the card.
Third straight year for Pete. Third straight.
Luis Ariz, Mookie Betts, Ellie De La Cruz, who has like fucking 40-something stolen bases.
Ellie. I love Ellie.
Yeah, he's fun to watch.
Big Ellie fan.
He has an insane amount of speed. I've never seen a guy that large and that fast. Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez, Ryan McMahon, Jackson Merrill, Marcelo Zuna.
Jackson Merrill, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The 20-year-old.
Yep. Made the All-Star game as a reserve.
Good for him. Let's go with the Padres.
Zuna. They're kind of pretty good. They're not like one of the better teams, but they're in a position where they can make a run for playoffs. But
They'll choke.
you know how they are, though.
choke.
They'll go and pay way too much money for a bunch of guys and still probably not make it to the World Series. So we'll see with that.
It's true.
Ozuna, Elliot Ramos, Brian Reynolds, Will Smith.
Okay.
That's the NL.
Interesting band of brothers.
Definitely a good band of brothers there. I do think that the AL team is a little better. Starting with Jordan at DH, Adley at catcher, Vlad Guerrero Jr. I thought Mountcastle could have been in there over him, but whatever. Jose Altuve, Jose Ramirez, Gunnar, Judge, Soto, and Stephen Kwan. Stephen Kwan's batting like 400.
At second?
Yeah.
Ramirez at short?
Ramirez at third, Gunnar at short.
Okay.
And then
Pitchers, Corbin, you said.
pitchers, we got Corbin, Tyler Anderson from the Angels. I guess he's their lone representative because every team has to have one. I guess that also plays a part in which guys make it.
Does every team have to have one?
Everybody has to have one guy on the team. So
that plays a huge role into it then.
yeah, like so Isaac Paredes on the Rays made it as a reserve.
Who the fuck is on the Nationals in the West? That's
the Nationals.
Because the Padres have like
C.J.
100
Abrams.
guys in it. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Who else we got? Emmanuel Clase, Garrett Crochet, who I think the O's could be making a run for at the deadline. Logan Gilbert, Clay Holmes. That pisses me off so much. Clay Holmes is not an all-star. His fucking stats are not all-star material at all. I saw that I don't know who voted on that, but it wasn't like the fans voting or the players. It was like MLB people. I don't know, somebody in the higher-ups voting for certain things, and one of the picks that they had was Clay Holmes, which makes no sense to me. There's like 15 other relievers with better numbers than him.
Very interesting.
Tanner Houck for the Red Sox, having a great year. Seth Lugo, surprise all-star, but he's having an insane season for the Royals. He's got like a 2-something ERA. Just crazy because he's like 30.
He did the same shit with us on the Mets.
Yeah.
Like he just had like a random good year.
He's
We're
got
like,
good
Seth
stuff.
Lugo's got something.
Yeah.
And then next year it was like, Seth Lugo stinks.
He's got good stuff to where like he can strike some guys out if it's on, but like if he doesn't have his stuff, he's gonna get rocked for 5 or 6.
I also think like playing for the Royals, so you play a lot of younger guys because you play the Sox, you play the Guardians, you play the Tigers,
And the A's. Or no,
So you're
not the A's. Is it the A's?
no, it's not the A's. Rangers?
Rangers. No.
No, not the Rangers.
Who am I missing here? Guardians. Oh, Twins.
Twins. So other than the Twins, the other teams you're playing are super young guys.
Right.
So they've probably never even faced him before.
Yeah.
Which is probably why he's doing a little better.
That's a good
just
point.
because they literally are like
Good point.
too young to have faced
I don't,
Lugo before because he's such an old shit.
I could definitely predict a second half regression from Seth Lugo.
I could see it, but
I
good
do
for him.
I do think the Royals are a pretty good team.
Me too. I like watching them play, honestly.
Yeah, they're playing pretty well.
Shout out Dom. Always,
shout out to him.
always in the comments about Bobby Baseball.
Yeah, Bobby Baseball. Unfortunately, Gunnar had to take that starting spot from him. But it's all good. Speaking of Bobby Witt, he's also in the home run derby with Gunnar. So two
That's
of them.
gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Gunnar, Bobby Witt, Pete Alonso, and I think there's one other person announced, but still some more spots to be filled.
Who
there.
won last year?
Wasn't Pete, was it?
No.
No?
Was it Soto?
Let me think.
Part of me thinks it was Juan.
Home run.
Julio?
Might have been Julio.
No, it was Vlad, I'm pretty sure.
You're right. Yeah, it was Vlad.
I take all that back. I'm almost
Yeah,
positive it was Vlad.
It was Vlad.
Cover of MLB
Vlad.
The Show is literally Vlad as a home run derby champ.
Right. Good point. Good point.
That just dawned in my head.
Did I finish this? Oh no, Mason Miller, Cole Reagans, another Royal, Tark Skubal, who I think would be a phenomenal piece for the Orioles to go after, but I don't know if he's gonna get moved.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby Yates from the Rangers, and then the reserves you got Correa, Devers, Duran, David Fry, Riley Green. I think that's stupid. Riley Green's not an All-Star, having a good year, but Santander's better. Josh Naylor, Isaac Paredes shouldn't be an All-Star. Jordan Westbrook should be. Salvador Perez, Marcus Semien shouldn't be an All-Star. Kyle Tucker, Bobby Witt Jr.
All right, something I want to look at with you and talk over are the jerseys.
Oh, hideous.
You don't like them?
I think they're hideous. Well, I think the National League ones are okay. I think that the American League ones are pretty ugly.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like that color scheme?
Not a big fan.
I'm confused as to the color scheme in general, to be honest with you, because to me it has zero to do with the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, it's giving me Marlins vibes.
It's giving me Marlins vibes.
Padres
It's
maybe
giving
a
me some sort of Padres vibes, some sort of Angels vibes.
Yeah.
With these ones are giving me big time Angel vibes.
I also just hate how it says American League and National League so big across the front. I think that looks horrible. Just write American and National.
I also
American
don't
League,
like.
National League.
I also don't like that there's no number. I think
Right, I don't
baseball
like that
jerseys
either.
with a number look way nicer than baseball jerseys without a number in the front.
I agree.
The hat, it's okay.
The hat
It
to
looks like
me-
it's for a 14-year-old.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like
it's
a
not
hat.
truly appealing.
It looks like a hat that you get like just one of those goofy hats at lids. Like
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
Like,
like just a weird color scheme, or like it's even giving me like Cookie Monster hat. kid
yeah,
from middle school.
it's giving me
Like,
real middle school
yeah.
wearing a fighting
yeah,
vibes, and
big
I'm
time.
not a fan of it at all.
Like it's like giving me still keeping the sticker on the top of the.
And like comparing
top
it
the
to like
hat on like I used
last
to.
year's was fucking beautiful in my opinion.
Yeah, those
I
were
think
one of the
those
best.
jerseys are great.
And it was in Seattle, wasn't it?
It's in Seattle.
Looked like
They
Mariners jerseys.
they pretty much have the Mariner logo in the jersey,
Yeah,
like right there. And then it's just not like again number in the front, way nicer.
Yeah.
American and National,
American National,
way smaller.
no league.
The name should be more important than the back should be more important than the front for the All-Star game. It's usually not supposed to be like that, but like this is where you give guys flowers. And
Yeah,
I also really liked when they used to just wear their own jerseys.
I was about to say that. That was my favorite. Like in any sport,
I
even
liked it in the NBA too a lot.
Like it's so much cooler when you see a different like
More
you see a guy-
recognizable. You can tell exactly who it is off rip.
like seeing a guy in a a Celtics jersey throwing an alley oop to a guy in a Knicks jersey is like something that you would never see.
Exactly.
So like it's cool to or like even in baseball, like turning a double play with like an Orioles player and a
Red
Yankees
Sox and a
player.
Yankee.
Yeah, exactly. Like turning a double play together.
Fucking
That's-
like
you wouldn't see
Nomar
that.
and or like Cano and like not Cano. Dustin Pedroia and Jeter turning a double play,
Right.
throwing it to fucking Big Papi,
Exactly.
and then Alex Rodriguez is at third.
Yeah, or like even this year, you could see like Soto and Judge in the outfield with Duran in the middle of them, like, and you don't see that anywhere.
Yeah,
so
no,
it looks
that's-
cool. I like the.
I wish they
personal
went back to
jerseys
that. I really do.
too, but I guess it's all
Um,
about money, and they got to sell.
It's exactly
a brand
what
new
it
jersey.
is. They're selling these. You don't even want to know what this Aaron Judge. I'm staring at it right
I'm
now.
gonna say 210,
Okay, well you're well below.
310,
Well below.
$400
A little. Close.
over
Over by a little.
310 or 410, 420
420, 499.
for a fucking All-Star jersey. Is it signed?
Now let's go over to Shohei.
Shohei's more expensive. Oh my god, 500,
More.
600,
A little less.
550
560.
for a jersey. That's unbelievable.
And then on MLB Shop, it's selling for 450. eBay
Makes no
560.
sense. I will not be purchasing a jersey. I will go on DHgate maybe.
$450.
That
He
makes
better
no sense.
the jersey better come like with him with it on.
With his parlays. Like, I need Shohei's picks if he's gonna be selling me a jersey for that.
It's not that nice for fucking $400.
It's also just not nice.
That's what
at
I'm
all.
saying.
Like, yeah, like I don't like it. Like, it's ugly to me. I would never spend that on that kind of jersey. I'd rather just buy my own team's jersey.
Crazy, man. And they're almost gone.
People are dumb. Why are you buying that shit? People price stuff so high because you idiots buy it. Stop buying it.
They're almost getting
Go
literally.
get a fake one for $20. Stop,
literally
like, swallow your pride.
Literally says almost gone.
Can't stand that. That bothers me to my core.
That's crazy, dude. But then you see like a Soto one's 200. See, that's normal.
That's weird. It's weird that different players are priced differently.
But this one's
Usually it's all one
214.
set number.
It's like a limited. What's the difference between this one and game limited player jersey? So I guess it's like the actual jersey they're wearing,
Yeah, I guess so.
which I heard were fucking not very good.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
makes
you-
sense.
Yeah, you see all the. It was Fanatics, I'm pretty sure, that was making the jerseys earlier in the year.
All the players complaining.
All the players
The
complaining,
numbers
they
got
had to fix
smaller. The
shit.
names got smaller. It looks weird.
Yeah, I think they might have made some adjustments mid-season, but if that's the kind of jersey that is, I'm not paying fucking $500 for it. Fuck that.
One last thing before I ask if you got anything else that I want to speak about.
Mhm.
And I want to look up because I'm not completely caught up as into all of the rules, but I heard they tweaked the Derby a little bit.
They did. I'm not also familiar with all of the changes, but I'm pretty sure
Oh. Okay.
I loved
So
it when I heard it.
the Home Run Derby will look a little different this season. Major League Baseball is seeking to tamp down the frenetic pace of the event. Now, all 8 participants will compete in a 3-minute first round.
Yep.
However,
No
each
head-to-head.
each will be allowed only 40 pitches in the round.
Interesting.
You get 40 pitches in 3 minutes.
Okay.
And it's no longer head to head, as you just said. It's all together.
It's all total homers. So whoever has the top 4.
Okay,
home
yep,
runs,
that's saying
that'll
right
be
here.
it.
Yep,
Move on.
top four participants will advance into a then bracket style semifinal round. In the semifinals, first round rules still apply. Now the remaining players will have 1 timeout and 3 bonus outs, either a home run or an out.
Nice.
However, a player can earn a 4th bonus out if they had a home run over 425 during the bonus period only. That seems like fucking a lot.
My thing with the Derby is I wish they would do it.
10 outs again?
That was fun.
I'd love that.
I love that too, but I was thinking more along the lines of
Metal
like,
bats?
that would be fucking sick.
Somebody
Combats.
to get seriously injured, but
Definitely. I mean, you see like the kids in the
kids,
outfield.
yeah, so, yeah,
they get
somebody to get-
smoked sometimes. But I think they should do just total home runs, like your home runs.
dude,
from the
I
first
agree
round all
because
still count.
because the one year I took Julio Rodriguez, I'm pretty sure he had like
He had
60
so
something
many,
home
but
runs and he
'cause
lost
head
because
to
he was
head with
tired.
someone else who had more that round.
He lost to Soto that year,
Exactly.
and Soto beat him by like 3 or 4. But like
Yeah.
if you looked at the numbers, he had like
He had
25 more home runs than him in the
Yeah.
whole thing.
So I think how I would do it would be just like that. 8 contestants, 1 round, 3 minutes. You have as many home runs, or whoever has the top 4 moves on, and you do the bracket style or whatever. But your first round home runs still count. So you start that round with the number that you had at the end of your last round,
Yeah.
and then it adds on, and then whoever has the most after that, because you shouldn't be punished for like hitting more, like because you're
That's
just
what I'm
getting more
saying.
tired by hitting more.
Even though that's the legit objective of
The
the whole
objective
thing.
of the whole thing is to hit the most home runs. So, like, just let everybody swing, and then reward them for hitting bombs.
Yeah, no,
easy.
I can completely agree with you on that one.
But you
but
know my
yeah.
pick.
You're just gonna
I
be
got Gunner.
yeah.
Gunner's winning. I don't even know who else is in it.
I have to take Pete.
Of course.
Yeah, I can't.
We don't even have the full list yet, so we can't really make a full prediction. But
Doesn't really matter for me.
You going with Pete and
Do you
going
think
with Gunner?
Judge gets back in it?
nah, I think he's like LeBron. He's not gonna ever do a dunk contest. Judge will never do a derby.
Did it once.
Yeah,
Got
well,
that over Bron.
he did, but I don't think he'll ever do
Bron's
it
a
again.
loser for that shit.
He is, honestly. It is one of my biggest gripes with him is
Just do it,
just
bro.
why not do it right now at age 40? That would be
Fucking,
even cooler.
Yeah, it would be even cooler.
Like,
if,
you don't have to
if,
win.
if MJ did it twice, Kobe did it once, why can't you do it?
Yeah, like no one's gonna hold the dunk contest.
Larry
over you
Bird
if you
did the
lose it,
3-point
too.
contest. It's not like he'd be the first
Yeah.
like top 10 legend of basketball to
Right.
participate in something.
And you can't even be like, oh, like I don't want to get hurt or anything like that.
Shut the fuck up. Everybody's doing it.
Like, you're throwing down crazy dunks every single game.
You ain't getting hurt, bro.
Like, you're supposed to be doing layups. You're out here doing reverse windmills off the bounce.
And to be honest, if you somehow dunk and fucking tear your Achilles, it was meant to be regardless, brother.
Yeah.
Wouldn't happen if you were dunking or you were walking or running or hopping up and down. You could have been doing it training. If you did it with no contact, it was meant to be, my friend.
Right. It's not gonna, like, I don't know. I think he should just do it one time. I think him and Bronny should do it this year.
That'd be cool as shit.
If you're going to stick G Leaguers in it, put Bronny in it.
That's getting annoying, too. Get them the hell out of here.
Yeah, like, it's
the
NBA. The Mac McClung show.
It's
every
the
year.
NBA dunk contest, not the NBA and G League dunk contest.
And Mac McClung is just better than everybody that's been in it, and he's not even in the NBA. Like,
yeah, because he's all he can do is that.
I know.
Then he gets an incentive deal that lasts him another year.
For real. He's living off his dunk contest money right
Good for him.
Yeah, honestly, great for him.
Don't get it.
Definitely good for him.
Got anything else for me?
How far along are we here?
Like 40-something.
40-something. Let's do a quick trade deadline. I'm going to make some predictions of where some guys go.
Hit me.
Max Scherzer. I think he might get moved.
On the move?
I think he could get moved. I don't know where.
Philly? No, I'm kidding. I'm just saying random things.
I don't actually have a destination for him specifically, but I do think that he could be a name that you could see the Rangers moving. He has a no-trade clause, though, so he'd have to waive that. So it definitely would be to a contender. Luis Robert's definitely going somewhere. I'm going to predict the Mariners.
Is that like out in the open?
What?
That he's going to get moved?
Yeah, the White Sox basically said Luis Robert, Crochet, Eric Fedde, and another bullpen or two pieces are available. So they'll definitely be getting moved. Crochet, I think, will be an Orioles target. I don't know if they're going to make the move for him. I don't necessarily want him because they said he's pitched the most innings he ever had in his career this year. So, like, he might be a bullpen guy for the bullpen or for the playoffs. And then next year he'd be a starter again because he has 2 more years of control under his contract. So he's kind of worth it, but, like, at the same time, we need a starter right now. We don't need – like, we need bullpen too, but –
Why? No Means?
No Means, no Wells, no Bradish.
Oof.
Yeah, we lost all 3 of them to Tommy John.
Oof.
So right now the rotation is Corbin Burns, Grayson Rodriguez, Dean Kramer just came back, and then we have Suarez and Povich in there. Suarez has been good this year, but like he's not a guy that I'm going to trust in the playoffs. More of a long reliever, and we still have Cole Irving also, who we just moved to the bullpen, but he's been awful lately.
So starters definitely.
Need a starter. Need one.
Yeah.
At least. I would love Tarek Skubal from the Tigers. He's like a Cy Young candidate, though, so we'd have to give up the fucking moon for him.
Yeah.
But we'll see about that. I can see Cody Bellinger being on the move, too.
I heard he's had a subpar year.
Pretty subpar, yeah. Which means I think he's going to be a Yankee and continue to be subpar. I think that's the type of move that they usually make. Like a guy that's over the hump. Like
I could see them trading
Stanton.
Rizzo back to the Cubs.
That'd be fire.
For Bellinger.
I don't think anybody would want Rizzo at this point. He's pretty washed. Yeah, I mean those are the big names. Don't really have a whole lot else other than that. But big names that are big teams that are going to be making moves are the Yankees, the Mariners, the Orioles, maybe the Brewers, Phillies.
Think the Braves make any moves?
Braves might add a little something. I can see them adding a bat. Maybe they could add Luis Robert. It's a type of move I can see them doing.
Yes.
Fills the hole of Acuna for this year, and then next year you got Acuna and Luis Robert. It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with that.
I can see it. Either way, I'm excited. It's going to be a good second half of the season. O's have been ripping it. First place in the AL East. Pretty happy about it. Yanks are spiraling.
Mets are just metting.
Mets are right in the middle, just hanging out.
Good old Mets.
They're kind of just hanging out. I'm not really sure what to think about the Mets right now. Like they have their games.
Never known what to think about
them. They're great for
them.
a week, and I'm like, the Mets are red hot right now. Like
and
the
they're
Mets
ass
are playing,
for a week.
and then I'm just like, what are the Mets doing? How do they blow that? But I don't know. We could see them moving a couple pieces, maybe, or
hopefully. I want to dump some contracts. Get McNeil out of here.
I think you
get
definitely
Marte out of here. If possible, get Pete out of here. I don't care that he's an all-star in the home run derby.
Yeah.
I don't want him. Plain and simple.
You'll get something for him right now. I feel like if you were to move him, get something decent.
I want to start fresh. Give me some pitching. Let the young guys bat.
Senga's been out all year, right?
So we'll see what we
Definitely
do with
pitching.
them. We'll see. But he can take us out.
Yep. All right. You're listening to the Pro Am Podcast. Appreciate the listen. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Go follow us on all platforms, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok,
Do it.
YouTube, which you're watching on right now. We'll be back with some more baseball talk for the rest of the summer. It's really all we got, right? There's no...
Until there's some crazy NBA moves or NFL starts kicking up.
Yep.
It's pretty much just baseball.
Yep, we'll be talking baseball. So, go O's. I'm RJ Tamillo.
I'm Sam Cohen. Catch you guys next week. Peace.